I know what you're thinking. If there was only a soup that I could just throw together real quick, that only has like 4 or 5 ingredients, I would make it all the time. Well, there is one, and it's called French onion soup. It's one of the unsung heroes of the soup world. It's so good, so easy to make.
It's basic chemistry, yo. I'm
gonna show you how I make it. Then we're gonna match mine up against Progresso's canned trash. So, let's do it. I'm Dave, and you're watching Dave's Taste Buds, and welcome back. So, French onion soup. Really easy, really delicious. I'm gonna show you how I make it. It's real simple, it's a little time consuming, there's a lot of prep. I mean, obviously, you know, French onion soup, we're gonna be chopping a lot of onions.
Cut onion!
First thing we wanna do, something that can be worked on while we're chopping onions. You always wanna try to stay a step ahead. This is completely optional too. We need to make some beef broth. You can get high quality beef broth from the store, or you can make it at home. Either way, it's up to you. I like to make mine at home. This is 8 cups of hot water. I like this better than bouillon paste. I like the paste better than the powder. I think it dissolves a little bit better. I think the flavor is a little bit better, so I go with paste. I stay away from the cubes. I stay away from the powdered stuff, but it's entirely up to you. So, 8 cups, 48 ounces is 8 teaspoons of this. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna get this in here. Oh, I should have had a spoon in here ready to stir this up, but of course I do not. So let's get one. There we go. We're gonna want to get this on the stove because what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit of aromatics to this. I'm gonna dissolve this in this hot water. I like to use a little fresh thyme, a few fresh bay leaves, throw it right in there. Perfect. Just like that, we're gonna get this right on the stove. We're gonna heat that up a little bit. We're gonna let it simmer. It's really gonna drive in the aromatics from the thyme and the bay leaves. You can also put, you know, you can throw a couple carrots in there. You can throw some parsley in there. Some people put a little bit of, you can put some cloves in there. I like to keep it relatively simple. I like my French onion soup to be simple. So, now that we know that our broth is working, sherry, we're gonna use that later. We've got a lot of onions to cut. Now, I think I've showed you my technique before, but I will show you again. Onions. First thing I like to do is I like to get the ends off. Stand them up, right down on them like this. Cut them in half. Get this outer layer off, which can be easier said than done. And I mean, we're gonna be slicing a lot of onions for this, so unless you have a pair of goggles to protect your eyes, make sure your knife is really nice and sharp, because if it's not, you're gonna let out even more of those onion juices that are gonna run into your eyes, and you're gonna be crying like at the end of, what's a movie that you cry at the end of?
Slake, please, please listen to me.
Most Disney movies, most Pixar movies, you cry at the end, so there we go. Now that we got all that taken care of and out of the way, for this recipe, I mean, I like to just come at them like a regular slice. I like to just slice them up. Now these are gonna be in there for a long time. We're gonna simmer these way down until there's practically nothing left. They're just gonna break down, they're gonna be so good. So, you certainly don't need to sit here and watch me cut up all these onions. So give me a couple minutes. To you, it's only gonna be a second. And I'll get all these onions cut up. So be right back. Told you that wouldn't take long for you. Let me ask you, while you were waiting, did you hit that like and subscribe button? Because if you didn't, you know, I'll wait. Okay, good. You got it done? Good. Next up, onions. It looks like a lot of onions. These are really gonna cook down to, you know, a quarter of what this is. This is probably gonna end up being enough soup for probably 4, maybe 6 people. So, pan, hot, olive oil, a little bit down the bottom. Onions, right in there. Checking our broth on the stove is looking good. Like I said, these are gonna cook way down. We're just gonna let these sweat. We're gonna let them caramelize at the bottom a little bit, and then we're gonna deglaze it with a little sherry. Add our beef broth to it. Cook up our croutons for the top. Shouldn't really use the word croutons. It's not really croutons, but all right. Again, you guys relax. I'm gonna cook down these onions. Then I'll show you what they look like when they're done. All right, our onions are cooking down. They're looking good. But in an effort to save time, we're gonna move right on to our, I keep wanting to call them croutons. I don't really know what else to call them. Toasted bread flats that we're gonna throw cheese on? Croutons? And look, I'm gonna call them croutons, even though it's driving me crazy.
Croutons?
Throwing stars?
Let's call them croutons. I happen to have some day-old French baguettes, and they're gonna fit nice in the cups that I'm gonna use, so that's what I'm gonna use. You could always take, pieces of white bread and circle them out. You can leave them square, you can cut them in half. You use whatever you have laid around. Day-old is actually a little bit better. We're just gonna put a little toast on these things, and to do that, let's put them close together so it's easier. I'm really just gonna hit them with a little olive oil and a little salt and pepper, and that's it. Other people put, garlic on them, or put some kind of garlicky rub on them, or something else. I don't like that harsh garlicky flavor in my soup, so we're just gonna make some really basic, again, croutons, I guess. So put them on a pan, 350 oven, 375. Throw them in there. I'm gonna toast those off a little bit. Onions are looking good. Give me a couple more minutes. I'm gonna cook these down. We're gonna let them caramelize a lot more. All right, we are so close. These onions took probably about 10 minutes, 10, 12 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. But if you can see, they're brown, they're caramelized, they're exactly what we want. And they did take, a good amount of time. So what I did was cleaned up behind me a little bit. If you go to the last, segment of this video, there was a cutting board, probably a bowl or two over there. They're gone. It's like movie magic. So as you can see, onions are browned out nice. Nice caramelization on the bottom of the pan. What we're gonna do now is we're going to hit it with a little bit of flour. That's gonna give it a little bit of body, a little bit of integrity later on. Not a lot. It's not a thick soup. You don't want it to thicken, but you don't want it super watery either. That was good. Next step. Yeah, cup of cooking sherry. That's gonna deglaze all that sugar at the bottom. Yep, that looks good. I'm gonna cook that down and give this a little bit of a scrape at the bottom. I'm gonna pull all that off. Ooh, that smells good. There we go. Let's take a look at our croutons. Oh yeah, perfect. Take those out. Just kind of put these in this power plate until we build them. Oh yeah, nice and toasted. Hot too. Wow. Go. Put that over there. Broth is looking real good too. Right there. This is cooking down. Oh, we are just about there. Now, we had some aromatics in there. We don't really want to get those into the actual soup itself. So instead of straining this whole thing, it's easy enough. It's just thyme, a couple of bay leaves. Just gonna grab those out of there. Oh, that smells so good too. Yeah. Got it. And this may sound strange, a couple of drops soy sauce. It's not gonna make it taste sharp. It's not gonna make it taste, you know, soy-y, if that's even a word. It's just gonna give it a little extra kick. It's really gonna pull out that beefy flavor. And we are good. So we're gonna add this, go into this. And that is our French onion soup. Take a look at that. Whew, it smells good. Oh, we got a bay leaf. We got a bay leaf in there. Oh, where'd you go? Oh, we got a couple of plastic tasting spoons. Instead of just sitting there going through all my metal spoons in the drawer. Oh. Perfect. Sounds weird considering how much sodium is in that beef-based paste, but could actually use a little salt. Put that in there. Sorry, I feel like I'm doing a lot of walking around this episode. I get my steps in. Holy look at that. Another bay leaf. What? Get out of there. Is anything else hiding in there? No. I think that's it. So, let's build these. Let's get this ready to go. Got a pan, oven safe. This, I already put the Progresso soup in there. Crouton, ladle. Wow, like woefully ill-prepared today. I'm just gonna turn this off entirely for now. Look at that. Oh, that is gonna be so good. Put that on there. I'm gonna drop a little crouton in there too. Cheese, we need cheese on there. Now, when it comes to cheese, you could use a variety of cheeses on here. I think Swiss is kind of the standard. If you want to go all super French, you could use Gruyere too. I'm just kind of a fan now of Fontina. I'm kind of like a Fontina kick. It melts really nice. We're just gonna take this. It's gonna seem like a lot. Oh yes. Oh yes. Cheese right on top. It's gonna melt on there. It's gonna make a nice little cap. So, I'm gonna get these into the broiler. Because obviously the soup is plenty hot. Just remember, right side is the Progresso. Gonna brown those up, clean this up, pull those out, taste them side by side. So just give me a minute. So that's it. Took them out from under the broiler. I have them right here. Just so I can show you guys a little tip, a little technique. Obviously, these things are scorching hot. What you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna take your tongs, you're gonna wanna grab them, be real gentle about it. Here we go. One. That's our Progresso. And that is ours. Okay, so I'm gonna need my glasses for this. Now, ours, beef broth, onions, flour, little soy sauce. That's it. Theirs, beef broth, obviously, water, onion, blah, blah, blah. After beef broth, water, and onions, it goes right into modified food starch, corn protein, let's see, apple juice concentrate for color, potassium chloride, yeast extract, toasted onion powder, whatever, natural flavor, concentrate, hibiscus juice concentrate, beef fat. Yeah, it's just, it's a bunch of weird stuff. So, anyway, I'm gonna taste these. I already know that the one I made and the one that you're gonna make is gonna, you know, completely blow this thing out of the water. To be honest with you, I'm just not really sure how I'm gonna taste it because I know how hot this is. So I'm gonna give this a couple minutes to cool down. Actually, you know what? I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Let's start with theirs. I mean, the cheese and the crouton, we know is gonna be good, but yeah. It tastes like the weird stuff that's in that can.
It's not that great.
This, I'm not gonna lie, this looks really hot. And plus when I put up this can, like, where are the onions? It's French onion soup. It's really nothing but broth. Wow, that looks hot. That looks hot. If you see me just freak out and turn around, it's probably because I burnt my mouth, but I'm gonna do it for you guys. Oh. I don't even know what to say. That is delicious. Trash. Trash. Delicious. So good. Now that you know how to make that, show me some love, show me some continued support, hit that like button, like the video, certainly subscribe, comment below anything you want me to make. I got a video here, I got a great video here, subscribe right here. And after you're done doing all that, go cook something.